morning, good afternoon. This is me once again, Mr. O, coming to you live from South Florida. Today is like August 7th, 2016. Before I get on topic and say anything, first thing first, I just want to go ahead and I want to wish my father, my late father, who was there anyway, he's in some transition in another realm, Orlando Big Jackson Sr. Wish him a happy birthday, first of all. It's been like 13 years since he passed on. So, that's some there. So, happy birthday, Dad. Now, on to other things, I'm going to switch it back up a bit, because I talk more about, on my podcast, about social issues and, like about economics, things like that. But I'm also a tech head too, a real tech head. And the one thing I want to talk about, switching up the tech, electronics, and the one thing that's been getting a lot of buzz for the past few days since Tuesday, happens to be straight out of my favorite brand, straight out of the gates of my favorite brand, and that's Samsung. Now, to all the Samsung Knights who happen to be listening on this podcast, you can chime in if you want. The chat room is open. We're live. So the chat room is open. But I do want to talk about the Galaxy Note 7. Galaxy Note 7, since its unveiling at the Alice Tully Hall in Lincoln Center in New York, has been getting a lot of buzz. I be on top of things when it comes down to this. Every season, every year. For me, from June all the way to end of October, it's always been no season. I done had several of these amazing phones. I done had the Note 2, I done had the 3, I done had the 4. And currently, I own the Note 5. Still a great phone. It's still the best phone out there on the market. That's why it was given the title America's favorite phone. It basically usurped, the aforementioned iPhone. Let me just go to a little brief history about how the Note 5 came about. Since its inception in 2011, right after Samsung created the Galaxy S2, Samsung decided to go ahead, and this is one thing I love about Samsung, they never were afraid to take risks. Everybody's seen the big screen phone with a stylus, and the world laughed at it. Said nobody ain't gonna buy a phone with a screen that big. At that time, the first Note, the OG, was like 5.3 inches. Back during those times, the standard norm of screen sizes on smartphones were mostly like 4.3, or 4.3, or 3.5. Well, actually 4.3. I'm sorry. That's what that was. But it sold anyway, and it hit the masses and sold in. And then from there, 2012, Samsung came back with the Galaxy Note 2. And that right there was the signal to get at the end for the iPhone. Really, after Samsung made the Galaxy S3. That was in 2012. 2013, you had the Note 3. And then 2014, it took a change for the better when Samsung decided to incorporate chamfered metal into the Note line, which was started off by the Galaxy Alpha. That was the template for that. To all these wannabe tech heads and all these old trolls who think they know their stuff and they really don't. Anybody would tell you that the Galaxy Alpha was the first phone for Samsung to incorporate the chamfered metal. Not only it looked as sexy and stylish, but it was also durable. And then also, it was also 2014 was the debut too of the Note Edge. That was one of a kind. Now, go to 2015, Samsung totally changed their whole look on the S line after the debacle of the Galaxy S5, which still, by the way, turned out to be a solid phone, but had that factor. And I'm a Samsung Knight, and I can tell you that. But they came back ground zero, totally new design, everything, and what you have today. A beautiful handset made of the stylish chamfered metal, etched out and contoured with round edges, and at the same time with the sort of like glass on them. I mean, a beautiful phone. And also they incorporated the edge panels too, which Samsung was working on since 2012. S6 Edge hit well with the people. Now, August of 2015, then they came out with the Edge Plus, which everybody thought was going to be a Note Edge 2, and then they came with the Note 5. And those two beautiful phones still rocking it. Now let's fast forward to right now with the S7 Edge, and now the Edge factor is now incorporated into the Note 7. Now there's been a lot of questions going on about crybabies talking about, oh, well, why did Samsung go ahead and change it from the Note 6 to the 7? Why did they skip the number 6 to number 7? Well, anybody with a decent working brain, and I can't really speak for most of the idiots over there at Google Plus, who think that they know tech, but they try to make themselves something that they're not online over there. It makes perfect sense because Samsung wants to keep everything uniform. That way it causes less confusion. S7, S7 Edge, Note 7. You got to go by numbers too. But see, obviously, they don't know numerology, so I'm not even to some of the idiots over there, especially in some of these Samsung Galaxy communities that don't know any better. Well, let's get on to it right to the Note 7. We've been conversing. All the Knights have been conversing with each other. And we all know about what they expect. Yes, the Note 7 does come with a 5.7-inch Quad HD dual curved edge display with a PPI, I would say maybe 518. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, let me know in the chat room. Anything like there, you can go to Spreaker.com and hit my channel up and join the chat room right there. Well, if you got the app on your smartphone or tablet, look me up over there as well. Let's see if I'm wrong or not. But I am broadcasting live via Facebook right now, via Facebook and via YouTube. So that's even better. Yeah. Now, here's also the thing too. People were crying too about with the Note 5. Some people were saying, oh, it's nothing more than just the S6 with a stylus. Because of the fact that Samsung decided not to include a micro SD card slot in the Note 5. Instead, what you end up getting was 32 or 64 gigabyte internal storage, which is UFS, which reads and writes data a lot more faster and better. I had no problem with that because I was already prepared for it. You want expandable storage, this is what I recommend to do. Go ahead and invest your money. Go to Best Buy and invest your money in a Western Digital MyCloud network attachment storage, your own personal cloud storage device. And it's very secure. It's NASA approved. They have several different sizes of storage. It goes all the way up to like 6 terabytes. I got 4. So I have more than enough storage. And as far even with that right now, I still got plenty of room on my 64 gig. So I don't even know why some of these people are always crying. Samsung has done everything and anything to try to satisfy the fact they slimmed down TouchWiz. I see people still hating on TouchWiz. they increased the capacity of the RAM on the Note 5 and the Edge Plus. Instead of 3, you got 4. You know, because I thought this phone is a workhorse. But the one thing I do like about the Note 5 and compared to this year's Note 7 is that the fact that the Exynos SoC. We was hoping to see that over here in the States on the Note 7, but in the States we ended up getting the Qualcomm Snapdragon 820, which kind of irked a lot of people, myself included. In the beginning, I said I would have probably went and got an unlocked version, but that was 3 months ago. That was 4 months ago. But as the weeks and the days rained down, I thought to myself, it's not even worth it. I just rather go ahead and just buy it from a carrier and be done with it. After doing the research and looking at the stat numbers on the 820, I came to realize that Samsung had a hand in helping Qualcomm help build this system on chip, even though if it is quad-core compared to the octa-core 64-bit architecture of Samsung's own Exynos, which people across the pond are going to see anyway. And it is great. But, you know, like I said, people I know who's got the S7 and the S7 Edge say they don't have a problem with it whatsoever. So, you know, like I said, we'll see. We'll see. What else I was about to say? Now one thing they did bring back, but back onto the internal storage, the micro SD. Yes, micro SD has returned back to the Note line. Maybe that'll shut up a lot of these crybabies and sissies who always whining and complaining about this. Now you know the biggest thing I'm starting to hear now, since the unveiling Tuesday, you got punks that's all over social media, you know, talk about saying, oh, ain't no change. I'll skip past that. It's nothing more than just an S7 Edge with a stylus. This just goes to show you, these the main fools that get out here and think that they know tech, but they really don't know tech, because you do not compare an S line Galaxy phone with the Note line. That's like comparing apples and oranges, or a donkey to a zebra. I don't know much about donkeys, but I know jackasses when I see them or read from them. I'm not even going to mention no names, so you know they know who they are. Anybody, even a 2-year-old, can look and tell there's a big difference. Now, a lot of things they also include too in the Note 7. IP68 certification, same as it is with the S7 and S7 Edge. And I think they brought that back, a very beautiful design. Because let's just keep it like this. Whatever the S line bring out, it's going to be added onto the Note line. And the Note line is going to have a little bit more to offer. So the water resistance is perfect. Because look here, I stay here in South Florida. This is basically hurricane country. And you know where I be at, I'm either not in, but I'm near water a lot, and it rains every now and then because Florida weather is unpredictable. So that often do come in handy, and it keeps your hands safe to get wet. Well, not only the Note 7 itself is water resistant and dust resistant, the same can go for the S Pen too, because the whole new S Pen makes you write like you fluently, like a real ballpoint pen or a marker or whatever like that. But I'm gonna jump on that in a minute. One of the key things about the expansion of the storage, Samsung's eliminated the internal storage of 32 gigs. So 32 gigs is no longer the base model. 64 is the standard now. With the micro SD expansion, we can expand the storage all the way to 256 gigabytes, which is great. But for me, I got all the storage I need. But it doesn't hurt to have a little bit more. Because like for last year, people were crying about this and that, but you know, they say they didn't want to trust the cloud. They don't want to trust the cloud, but I see still a lot of you people who have Note 5 still back all y'all pictures and stuff up the Dropbox. which, by the way, Dropbox only gives you like 50 gigabytes for 2 years free. I rather prefer OneDrive, which is a little bit more secure as Microsoft plans to move all its servers overseas in case of quote-unquote government coup. So they keep it there as encrypted. And the OneDrive gives you at least 100 gigs on the house. That's more than enough. So you can back up all your photos, your videos, your songs, your documents, things like that. Dropbox is not bad for a first time and all that. But I would check into other cloud storage apps, or do like I said, just go to Best Buy and get a WD My Cloud, or better yet, just go on Amazon and order it. You know, you get it home, you plug it up, you hit the Ethernet cable. If you got home broadband internet at home, like Xfinity, Time Warner, Cox, or whatever, and if you got a wireless router, you just put the Ethernet cable to the router after you plug it up, and follow the instructions on your PC, and voila, there's your home storage right there. And through the WD My Cloud app that's in the Play Store, or if you got an iPhone, it's in the App Store. You could go ahead and link all that up. Everything from streaming music to watching movies or whatever. Like a boss. So I hope I cleared that up for you. There is alternatives to storages, to storage space and everything. I hope I cleared a little bit of that up for you. See, one of the reasons why I do these podcasts, especially when it comes down to tech, because see, a lot of people happen to be uninformed, and they go here and they spending money on want to get the latest and greatest, but they don't never sit the time down to go ahead and educate themselves on the phone. A lot of people, particularly here, would like to go ahead and get it because they see everybody else got it. You know, I mean, they don't know nothing about like how you can expand the storage or condition your battery to give you optimal battery life up to 8 to 12, maybe 15 hours a day uptime, and give you 4 to 6 to 8 hours SOT, which is screen on time. It's so simple. I mean, it was taught to be. And my Note 5 battery was phenomenal. That's a 3,000 milliamp battery. But I digress. Let's see. The camera that's on the Note 7, same as the S7, S7 Edge. You got a 12 megapixel camera with a aperture f/1.7. Now, people was also complaining about that. They said they wanted a 20 megapixel camera. Again, I'm going to misinform educated. Uneducated. It's not about the megapixels, people. It comes down to cameras. It's always going to come down to the PPI. Sorry about that. It always going to come down to the PPI. And the f1 aperture, the 1.7 aperture, it means it lets in more light, even in low light places, and it still puts shots. Now the front-facing camera too is 5 megapixel with the same aperture f1.7. I won't worry about that department because when it comes down to camera lenses and it comes down to camera photos, Samsung got it on lock. You can't beat it. Period. Not even Apple can mess with it. And, you know, people got to understand, you're still gonna have those great pictures. You still gonna have the great videos, or for all you selfie guys and gals. That's even great video. I'm not a selfie person, so it doesn't matter. But you know, like I say, to each their own. Now, all these would be useful enough if it wasn't powered by a very powerful battery. Now, I told you last year that the Note 5 has the 3,000 milliamp battery. Well, Samsung upped it on here by 500 milliamps more, so you're getting a 3,500 milliamp battery. Okay, people were crying about this too, because on the S7 Edge it's a 3,600 milliamp battery. And I really don't see the problem. It's 500 milliamps more than on the Note 5, but it's 1 milliamp less than the S7 Edge. As far as I'm concerned, that's considered an increase, and you should be happy because you're still gonna have 4 gigs of RAM, so 3500 makes sense enough. Now for those and one certain Samsung night, give it up for Deidre Richardson, who's one of the writers for Sam Mobile. She has basically the Galaxy S7 active, and that there has a 4,000 milliamp battery. So it's a reason why Samsung played this a little bit close to the chest, and I'm kind of glad they did. So therefore, I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with it at all because the phone still comes out very beautiful. Same dual edge curved glass on there. Oh, by the way, it does come with Gorilla Glass 5, so it's the first phone to have that. And they molded it where you still have the curved back as well as the curved front. It fits more comfortable and more perfectly in your hand, and therefore they're able to keep it thin and keep it balanced like that. That's craftsmanship. That's some true craftsmanship. Now here's one of the key features on them. Yes, you're still gonna have your fingerprint scanner, which by the way is probably one of the best I've ever had. But for added security measure, that what average people thought that was a gimmick, I knew it wasn't a gimmick. A lot of other people say it wasn't a gimmick, and that's the iris scanner, and that's great. Now, I speak to some of my people around there when I tell them about that, saying, "Man, oh, I ain't with all the iris scanner junk. That's how the government track you, blah blah blah, like that." I say, "Listen here, dummy. You gotta understand something. This is the way of the future." And besides, you go to any government institution or wherever like that, or any place like that, in order to get into a restricted access, they're going to do a retina eye scanner anyway in order to get in there. And on top of that, it's also interwoven as well with Samsung's Knox software. So that, which is the highest security right there, so good that the United States Department of Defense even approves of it. Therefore, it brings me right up to what I'm about to say. Well-known security companies, and have said that the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 is the most secure phone on earth. Plus, you also got to include too the usual stuff that Android brings too when it comes to unlocking the screen, either by PIN, password, or the little connected dots thing. Plus, now on the Note, plus you got the fingerprint scanner, which anybody could probably go ahead and copy if they just get a piece of tape and to go ahead and copy a fingerprint. But you just get you a microfiber cloth and just wipe it down and be all right. But the iris scanner, you're not going to fake that. Even if you had a facial picture of that person, it won't work. It won't fool you because it's very accurate. What's also included too, the one thing that really got me excited about the Note 7 is the fact that it's got USB Type-C. And don't get me wrong, USB Type-C has been on a few of these other mid-ranges like the LG G5, and the Nexus 6P. Both of which got USB Type-C, but neither one of them has wireless charging. Brilliant. Very brilliant, LG. Give a thumbs up for that effort. Maybe you could go play with your friends and tell them that next time. Yeah, the average person want to talk about faster data transfer and all that. But the thing I like about it, if you haven't invested in I'm gonna get to that. You can plug it up either way without going one way. And even when LG had that, the G5 had a USB Type-C, the micro USB charger still working. I guarantee you Samsung added some quirks to it. At the bottom of the phone, you still got the speaker, you got your S Pen. And also, we have the headphone jack still there at the bottom. Unlike um, somebody else who preferred to take it out from the bottom. Sorry, Apple. That's a major fail on y'all part. I don't know what the heck Tim Cook making up there, but I digress. Now with the S Pen, it's awesome too. No note would never be complete without one. The thing is about it, a whole lot of new software, a whole lot of new upgrades and stuff. Like you got like a function on there called Translate, where you can hover over a word if it's in a different language, and it translates to you right there. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me just get back on the iris scanner for instance. What Knox did include though is with the iris scanner, it's got a function on there called Secure Folder. So you know you want to hide stuff in there like personal stuff like photos and texts and stuff like that. Because many times, how many of us want to let our friends use our phone and all that, and they be on there so long they probably may want to sneak and slide and try to look at some texts of yours or look through phone numbers or try to look at pictures. You put your stuff in there, you won't have to worry about it, and they can only be unlocked through the iris scanner. You know, some of my friends I trust with my phone, but I don't trust everybody using my phone because see people that are talking about saying, oh, I want to. Can I make a call on there and stuff? I said, no, you might put some type of clone software in my phone to be cloning my numbers or whatever like that, or clone my service. I already know what time it is. You know, I'm an old head. We old heads in this game, so we know what's going on. So, yeah, that's something to know to ponder. Now, I know right now after I said that, all the players and all the ballers, all the Mac daddies probably going to go ahead and get that phone now because they can hide their dirt in there. And, you know, they don't want their lady to find out, how, you know, what they got in there or whatever. And some females too, so I'm not, you know, so I'm going to do it both ways. But let's fast forward to background sound. One of the things about with the S Pen, what makes it so awesome, that translate is one thing. Samsung also has the always on display, so the time and your notifications are always going to be on no matter what. And get this, you'll like the Note 5, you'll still be able to pull that pen out and still be able to write on that lock screen. And here's something else that's a kicker. Not only you can be able to write on the lock screen and save the memo, but you can also, it's also enabled you to write underwater. Yes, the phone, like I said, is IP68 certified, so it can survive in 5 feet of water for like 30 minutes. But then again, who's going to leave it in the water that long? Not sure if not me. You know, so it's a lot of things that with the S Pen you can do. Because Samsung gonna bring all the goodies and bring everything right now. And the one thing that I really want to talk about too is the colors. Now, for those who wishing for the gold platinum here in the States, sorry US, gold platinum is not going to be seen here in the States. That's an international version only. But the colors that are going to be here, black onyx, silver titanium, which I call vibranium, and the new color, which is starting to be my personal favorite and started growing me a lot. That's that blue coral, aka Arctic vibranium. I call it that, you know. The reason why I said vibranium, Arctic vibranium, because we all know that's the metal that King T'Challa, aka the Black Panther of the Marvel Comics, would use. Last year it was called adamantium. This year it's going to be vibranium. So vibranium is about the strongest metal in the Marvel universe. And I do believe that the same with this. The colors is just out there. Now I know I done heard some people, preferably guys, saying, you know, one guy who when I went to Best Buy to go check it out and I asked him about the blue coral, he tried to tell me that the blue coral looked kind of fruity, kind of gay. But then again, how he gonna know it? He got to dead out. Go figure. You know, he shows me a render picture, but he failed to show me that I've already seen the video of the actual device in blue coral with the gold platinum trim, rose gold platinum trim accents around the frame that really brings the phone itself out. You know, silver titanium is just not only hot, it's just white hot. You know, there's not going to be a white Note 7. You know, that's totally out the window. That's fine by me because silver takes its place anyway. Now, the one that really kind of I like too is the black, the Onyx Black, because they blended in the frame on, like they did on all of them, blended in the color of the frame with the phone itself, therefore giving it like a stealth or black ops look. In fact, let me make a long story short. All the colors on that phone is excellent. But for me personally, I'm going to have a hard time choosing between two of them. I'm not going to mention on here which colors I'm getting because that's a personal choice and I like to keep things personal to myself. But let me just talk about something real quick, and I want to talk about these haters and these trolls and these imbeciles who's going around here criticizing that, oh, it's not worth getting, it's not worth upgrade, or I'd rather keep my Note 4, or I want my IR blaster. Let me stop right there. This isn't 2014, 2013. All you a-holes who still holding on to a 2-year-old phone that's basically outdated, that's only got a 2-year life shelf, y'all need to quit acting so cheap, or just admit either you need to find a better career choice and quit fooling yourself to think that the Note 4 is way more better than the Note 5 or the Note 7, especially the Note 7. If you believe that, kill yourself. You just basically saying in code, oh, I ain't spending that type of money for it. And now the price for the Note 7, yeah, it is up there. Because, you know, with technology that advances, of course you're going to pay more money. This phone, we already said, and I've spoken with two of the kings and a few of the moderators and advisors, some of our advisors in the Samsung Nice Nation. We all said that the phone is going to be it's going to be up there. It's going to be in the 8s, or it's going to be coming close to the thousands. If you guys out here crying about prices, then do me a favor. Then you don't like the phone, but you don't like the phone. Okay, cool. So don't buy it. But don't get out here and bash the doggone phone and you haven't even seen it for yourself. You know, that just shows ignorance and hatred, you know, and the bigotry that you have toward not just a handset, but you got bigotry toward a brand. Look at the Apple people. Every time when a new iPhone drop, they don't care what the price is. They're going to camp out in front of their store for about a week or two and be the first one in line to try to go ahead and they whip out their money, they whip out their credit card, and they walking out with a brand new iPhone and some other good. Maybe an Apple Watch, maybe a charger, maybe a more features case, things like that. So, you know, some of these people just need to go ahead and pull their heads up out of behind them. And, you know, like the Samsung ain't no different because, you know, they in this business. They got to make money, too. Okay? The carriers got to make money. And another thing here that you also got to understand, too, this is where I know people don't know the aspect of the carrier game. About why they didn't put the Exynos 8 series system on chipset in the Note 7. They should have stuck with that, like they did with the Note 5 and the Edge Plus or whatever. Samsung is sticking their own Exynos chip. Here's the reason: it's not Samsung, it's the carriers. The carriers are putting pressure on Samsung to make them to carry Qualcomm Snapdragon chip in them. That's what that's about. All 3 of them. The only one is T-Mobile. T-Mobile is the only one, and the relationship with T-Mobile and Samsung has been beyond excellent. It's been a monogamous, and they're the only ones that stand behind Samsung when they have the Exynos chip in them. They don't care if Samsung want to put the Exynos chip in there for them, that's fine. Now the only problem is AT&T. Too bad they don't have the backbone to stand up, you know, like T-Mobile do. AT&T would stood beside T-Mobile and say, no, we don't want Snapdragon chips in our next Galaxy Note. They'll tell Qualcomm that Qualcomm will be gone. Period. Now, we could probably hope for that next year, you know, with the Galaxy S8 and the Note 8. Oh, and by the way, and to MKHBD, or whatever the hell his name is, little skinny twat, let me make something real clear. The Note 7 is the 6th generation of Samsung Galaxy, not the 7. So please, people, get that out your thick skulls for a change. Jesus, I tell you. Some people need some cheese with their wine. So I'm saying like that. So that's you look at the different aspects of the carrier game on the inside, and you will understand these things. But a lot of people don't seem to understand. The ones who ranting and raving and bitching are the ones who will not learn. They just right here talking shit. I know some of them probably saying, "Oh yeah, you ain't seen beyond your fanboyism and all that stuff." You call me a Samsung fanboy, that's fine. I take that as a compliment because I really don't care. Half of you bastards anyway ain't even got the guts to say it to me in my face. You know, you hide behind the keyboard all the time talking ish. But I don't even worry about you anyway because guess what? A lot of my associates, we out there, we spending money. And shout out, give it up to the pre-order game in the SK Nation. Do your thing and all that. I'm looking forward to seeing y'all conquest. But to the people, if you want to go ahead and check out this gorgeous handset, go visit your local Best Buy. They have them on display there right now, but they're not available. They are not available. They'll be available to your carriers on August 19th. If you're going to pre-order, that's fine. You can do that right now. Because you get some goodies along with that. People who pre-order, you either get a Geared Fit 2 with your fitness band, and that's $180, almost $200 value accessory. Or you get a 256 gigabyte micro SD card. And with some of like T-Mobile, they offer that along with a free year subscription to Netflix. I care less about Netflix. I already got that. So there's some goodies that's gonna come with it. Yes. And by the way, not only that, it's also gonna come with fast adaptive charging as always, and the fast wireless charging. So either way, you're gonna still be good on that. And this phone is basically the reason why I said the title of this podcast, Samsung Galaxy Note 7, and it will dominate the rest of 2016. And it's true, it will dominate the rest of 2016. Heck, Samsung's already dominated the first half of 2016 with the S7 and S7 Edge. If you ain't been keeping score, they basically outsold the iPhone 6 and 6S and 6S Plus. Big time. What do you think the Note 7 is going to do? Which some people often call the return of the Note Edge. That's fine. But and for the record, people who talk about saying that they wanted a flat version and all that, please. Just get used to it. Technology is all about evolution. Evolution is all about change. And change is for the better. People got to start understanding you can't fight the future. And it is what it is. And you got to go ahead and fall in line. You can't change with the times, then you might as well just be extinct. Like the so-called dinosaurs. But look at nature itself. I mean, like this. You don't got creatures on this planet that's evolved over the times. But I'm just sick and tired of the crybabies and the idiots that's on social media ranting and raving about this. And they're not even going to go ahead and spend $1 to go get it. Instead, they're too busy up here looking for bargain basement discount mid and low range phones, and then talk about saying, "Oh, shoot, my phone way better than any note and all that." One dude told me saying he got an LG Stylo. That's LG's sorry, pathetic attempt of having a phablet with a stylus to take on the note. That garbage ass phone. This is one of the reasons why I don't deal with LG, because LG last great one was the G2. After that, they done made garbage phone after garbage phone after garbage phone. The G5 was the latest and greatest ever. First of all, they put a fingerprint sensor on the back. Oh, I'm sorry, fingerprint stub. And it looks like a pig, one of them pigs from Angry Birds. And then you got butt plugs on there. Jeez. And it seems like they cater it toward kids. And then now you got other little companies over in China like Xiaomi and some other ones. They're copying Samsung styles and all, everything. But that just goes to show you that they're who the leaders is, and they're not innovative. Even some of these companies are calling their phones notes, and they don't even have a stylus. Let me make the record straight and maybe make it clear. Samsung Nice, if you're listening to this, chime in on there, or chime in on social media or whatever, on Facebook or on YouTube. There's only one note, and it's by Samsung. Okay? It's been that way since its inception in 2011, and it will continue on, and it will dominate in 2016. Now, next month, there'll be an IFA to unveil the Gear S3's Frontier smartwatch and the Tab S3, which is probably the best tablets on the market. But September is also the debut of the Three Stooges, the iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus, iPhone 7 Pro. And your main man here, Mr. O, I will be there live at the Apple Store down here on Miami Beach, which is on Lincoln Road, at the Lincoln Road Strip Mall. And I will be broadcasting live from there. Just to go ahead and just shows you the dedication and sometimes foolishness of the iPhone fanatics. But you know what? When you go out here in the wild and you see people with all these handsets, the majorities of what you see are mostly Samsung Galaxies and iPhones. So that says something a lot. People can say all they want to say about the Note 7, saying it's an S6 Edge Plus or S6 Edge with a stick and all that stuff. They don't know squat. Come August 19th, we gonna see who's for real and who the pretenders are. Because see, if you cry, these fools crying about their prices, about the price of the phone, that means they're not buying. But then they got the nerve to get on here and hide behind a keyboard and want to talk junk and hate on Samsung. Although Samsung is not even thinking about these guys because you're not spending no money. If you ain't spending no money, you're not even relevant to them. This is a business, people. And the OEMs are in it to make money. And they also there to put stuff in there to satisfy our needs. Our everyday routine thing. Because at the end of the day, it's about you, and it's about if it does the things what you want that handset to do for you. But you still gotta be thinking for yourself in order to do it. These idiots come with this, I want a 4K screen, I want a 4,000. Shut up. Just shut up. Because you sound stupid when you say stuff like that, and then you don't even know what to do with it, even if they told you. But this your man here, Mr. O. I'm going ahead and I'm going to sign off on that. You can check out this episode if you want, or download it. Peace out.